Okay, tonight's dish is going to be a classic style Osso Bucco. I've got my beef shanks from our supplier Lowline in Lancefield. Glass of red wine, 250 ml of beef stock, salt and pepper, olive oil, tin tomatoes, chopped onion, some carrot, as you can see, one single carrot that's been cut up, and also some celery from our garden that's fresh and you can smell it, it's smelling awesome. And a little bit of what we call seasoned flour, and that has got some salt, pepper, and a little bit of chili flakes through it to add a little bit of zing. Again, I'll be making this slow cook, and it'll be one dish, and we'll start the process now. Okay, first step I'm going to do, I've put some oil into my heavy base pan. And I'm going to take my meat, and I've mixed up my flour. I'm simply going to put the meat into the flour. This is a very important step. And what's going to happen is I'm going to cook this off to start getting some, just to seal it over a fairly high heat. And then I'll do that with all of the meat. So it's in there, and once I start that one, I'll start the rest. And then we take it from there. So you continue doing this, as you can see there. I've almost finished the last one. The other two are now sitting on the side there, just waiting for the next step. And once they're all sealed, I'm going to use the same pan because I want all of the caramelized bits on the bottom, because I'm going to throw in my vegetables and start there. The meat's done. I'm going to put a little bit more oil because I want to start cooking the veggies, and as you can see, hopefully there's actual all those little caramelised bits. I'm going to add a lot of flavour to the dish. Put them all in together. And I'll stir for about 4 or 5 minutes, picking up all of the gnarly bits from the bottom before we go to the next step. As you can see, these are almost soft now. These have been around about 4 or 5 minutes. Just wanted to get the onions nice and soft, because this is now going to become the base. Remember, this is going to be a slow cook. You can do this in the slow cooker, because now I'm going to sit my meat on that and pour all my other ingredients in a little bit. So that's the next step. Now I'm going to pour in my tomato. And mix that through. And what I tend to do, get it all out, is I tend to pour my stock into the tin. So then that way I can get all of the nice leftover tomato out. And that's it there. Now I'm going to put my meat back in on that. Pour in my red wine. So as you can see there now, this is now going to sit there on a low heat for the next 2 to 2.5 hours. Obviously, if you're using a slow cooker, you do this in the morning, set it up, come back, and it's all finished. And just a little bit more salt and pepper to taste. And once that boils, I'm going to cover it and let it sit, like I said, for about another 2.5 hours. Okay, just on 2 hours later, and the meat's pretty much coming off the bone now. And I've taken the lid off so I can thicken up the sauce a little bit. It should be around in the next about 20-25 minutes. Okay, pretty much spot on 2.5 hours later. It is now ready to serve. And as you can see, the meat's coming off the bone, and that's what you want. So it's ready to go. And because we put the flour, it helps to thicken the sauce, and the vegetables have still got a little bit of juice in there, as you can see with the thing. And I've got my mashed potato and green beans ready to go. Bon appetit, everyone.